All right. Hello, Internet. Good evening. Guten Tag. Just finishing up some chocolate here. Uh, all right. So, back to the Sega Mega Drive fixes. Um, we're still going through it. I now have, you see, how many did I buy? I bought four. I have now fixed two of them, or one of them, two of them. And I've got three more left. So I guess I had five. Yeah. So I've got one, two, three, two broken, and then maybe I got six in total, actually. Yeah, I got six total. Three are now fixed, and three are still broken. Two of them are broken badly. So what we're going to do here is this is like the last one before we have to go back around and come back to the ones that we abandoned. Uh, 5 + 1, no? Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't have five full ones. I think I had five motherboards, four disk drives, five motherboards, four disk drives, and then I have my own one that I have, like my own one that I own that I didn't have to repair. So that one, or maybe I did repair that one too. So now I've repaired three of them anyway. So we repaired the third one last night, and now we've got three broken ones. Um, Two of the broken ones need a Sony drive, or sorry, I did a little bit of research today. It's not a Sony drive, it's a JVC drive, which is this one. Let me show you. So two of them need a Sony drive, which is this one here, and this one is busted, or at least somewhat busted. We might have to repair it. Um, and then some of them use this. Well, actually, I think it might be a Samsung drive, but it's got a. Oh, whoops! I locked my computer. All right, so there's two different types of drives that go into the Model 2. This is the newer drive. Does the motor spin freely? Yeah, motor spins fine on this one. The one that was kind of noisy last night. I don't know if this is the motor that's damaged. I think the sled motor, not sled, the motor's not damaged, but the sled cogs are covered in all that gunk, you know. And I did try to clean some of it off, but honestly, I might have to break this one down all the way to get it to work again properly. Also, because this one has a different design, the actual modifications on it, for the different adjustments are on the side of this one. It's all contained on this board, whereas the adjustments are on the main board on the Model 2. Now, there's no sign of this drive at all in the Model 2 schematics or the Model 2 additional sort of supplements or anything. I couldn't find anything about it. So this one is, you can't even see, like if you look at this one here, right, you can look from the back and you can see in here, sorry, you can't really see it there. But yeah, let me just let me see, can I focus it, right? Yeah, okay, so see it says KSS 210A. That's the sort of general sort of model, right? Most of them seem to have that one. Let me just do that. Or maybe I don't actually need to screw that in every time. Maybe I can just give it that way. Then I can easily kind of zoom in and out, you know. Maybe not zoom in and out, but I guess it is. No, it's not really. It's kind of a zoom and focus. Okay, sorry, I'm kind of killing you there, right? Anyway, so that's that one. But when you look inside this one, right? So now you start to see some things like this DAC here is okay, that's super. This DAC here is now all on the CD, right? And so, you know, that's there. But then if you start to look at the back of the CD, now you got the differences. You got this ribbon here, which is the ribbon here, which is you know, it's there to sort of like let the drive travel and still have connectivity. But apart from the model numbers that you see on the side of the motor, there's no other real identification markings on this one to tell you, oh, it's a JVC Optima or anything like that. So when I looked online, I looked in some threads, I think underneath this housing, when you take off these screws, it says JVC right here. And that's how you know it's a JVC. Either way, I have two like operational but not great drives that I can stick into any of the boards that I get working. And then we're on to sort of like CD diagnostics. You know, this one is probably the more recoverable drive if I had to pick one, you know. I do think that this one is in much better shape. So, because we heard this one last night, it's pretty gnarly. It's not like it's not a great sound out of this one. So we'll put these over here because our first step is going to be looking to see can we boot up another metal CD. Now, I think the unfortunate thing now with this is that if it turns out that this has a bad transistor, I don't have. If it turns out this is a bad transistor, I don't have any more transistors. So that's going to suck. If that's the case, just give me a second. Oh, interesting. Did I get? I might have got something delivered today. Hang on. Did I get more? Did I buy more of these? Hang on a second. I just want to see when did this get delivered. It does look like I ordered some more chips. Sorry. I think I ordered more chips and 5 pieces. Quantity 2. Wow, did I buy 10 of them? Okay. Anyhow, it says that they were shipped and ordered. Let me just track package. Let me just see did they come today. Delivered Thursday, September 18th. Yeah. Okay. Also got lasers delivered today. So anyway, I might have to pause the stream to go find those if that's the case. All right, so I didn't do a whole lot of prep here, so I might be missing screwdrivers and all sorts of stuff, but let's just see what we got. Okay, so there's my little thing. There's my screwdriver. All right, so this is the, I was going to say, is it the Sony board or whatever it is, but it's the bigger board. So it's the later model. I think the early, is it the later model? I think it's the later model. So we'll take this off. We'll take these screws off. Amazon? Oh, I didn't get them. No, no, I didn't get these off Amazon. I got them off of good old reliable eBay. I think I got them from China. The other ones, I think the ones that arrived like within a few days, they came from the US, but the other ones I had to get them from China, so it took a long time for those to arrive. Okay, so now just get the screw out. All right, put those there. I tend to put those in there. There's the screw. Just get out of here, you. Well, now the screw's underneath, so that's not good. Well, that's not helpful. All right. Well, either way, under normal circumstances, I would need to take this thing out anyway. So let's just take the motherboard out. Oh, interesting. That's a replacement transistor. It looks kind of dodgy. That looks well dodgy. Mix of black and navy caps. Don't know if that is an OEM issue or not, but just noticing it. Otherwise, looks reasonable. It's not anything like the... Okay, there's another screw. Put that there. Turn this upside down. Let the screws fall out. Okay. And let me just go there. So definitely transistor has been changed on this. So it's possible that maybe this one works and it's just more to do with actually we can, well, no, I don't really want to let those be stuck in there. So I want to take them out. Let's just screw them out. Maybe they're the wrong size screws. Hopefully they aren't fake chips. Fake chips? Oh, yeah, could be. I mean, could be very, very, very much so. I think it'll be easy to spot if they are though, because I know what they look like now. This looks like this wrong screws were put back into this board, so I'm just going to leave it like that for the moment. Okay, so leave that there. And now, what was the diagnosis here? Doesn't power on. Fuse is good. Q301 replaced with old. Q301 replaced with old. Now, I want to say that doesn't sound good right there. Replaced with old what? So that might be part of the problem. So let's see. Okay. All right. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Now, I mean, I'm going to say that's not a great soldering job on the transistor, but I'm just going to turn on the scope here for a second. We'll have a look, okay? Scope. Oh, interesting. Where's my... Oh, interesting. 1 second here now. Yeah. Okay, so this is a slightly different board, right? So there you go now. It's a slightly different board. Q302 looks okay. Might have to take a look. So it's Q302. There's some test points there. It's not a great job on the install. Let me just take a look at the top here. This looks like, I mean, honestly, with the back of it there, it looks like a voltage regulator, because normally the voltage regulator gets so hot that it gets, you put that gunk on the back of it to stick it to a heat sink. So maybe this one was pulled from a board where, you know, it was already on something. So let's take a look and see what we got here. So NEC Japan 2405 9330E. What's that? All right, so NEC 2405 9330E. 9330E. Now it's entirely possible. UPC 2405. I think that's the model name. So let's just take a look. Bipolar analog. That's a voltage regulator. That's not a transistor. Is this where the voltage regulator is supposed to be? No, it's Q301. Yeah, so that's why that won't be working. And I was right. It looks like a voltage regulator because it is a voltage regulator. So that'll be why this doesn't work. So we'll take that out. Let me just make sure now. NEC, what do we say, 2405? Let's just double check it again. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like voltage regulator. NEC, yeah, 2405 AHS, integrated circuit. Maybe that's one I was just looking at. Bipolar analog integrated circuit. Oh, hang on. No, maybe I'm wrong. I just looked at the like voltage regulator. I mean, I guess a transistor does, it's a switch. So, okay. Input ground output though, like, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like this is not what I'm looking for. Yeah, this is not a NPN or PNP transistor. Right, it just has input, ground, and output. It doesn't have emitter collector. See, input, ground, and output. So I think that's what's happened here, and also because it's the way it's soldered. All right. So let me just see 1 second. I just have to text someone. Okay. All right. So we're going to have to. Is that the Sega Model 2? I want to get Sega Model 1 as well. Sega Model 1 Service Manual. No, not the Mega CD2. I want the first one. Yeah, I just want to see here, do they mention that drive? Do they mention that particular drive? I have a Sega CD Model 1 as well. I just don't. I'll need to recap it, so we definitely have to do that. Interesting. Yeah, it's a different looking CD drive. I want to see though what they say about testing the CD drive, like where are the RF points and the test points and stuff. So interesting, like very different fonts and everything used in the first version of the. Interesting, okay. Oh, interesting. Lots of stuff in here about DRAM errors and stuff. Okay, now we're into Japanese. Okay, so, oh, I don't know what that means. Is it probably trying to say that something is stretched or not stretched if there's an error? I don't know. Okay. Anyhow, okay, now we're into schematics. Okay, well, this is a big document. My God. Okay. Oh, dang. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff here. How big is this thing? PCB design spec. Wow. It's crazy. Nintendo probably would have loved to have this back in the day. Okay. All right. So, I mean, I don't want to damage this any further because I'm almost sure that this is wrongly installed. So I'm going to just take this out. So give me a second here. We're going to take out the voltage regulator that's slotted into the transistor spot. We'll take that out. And then we'll put in, this is a transistor. We'll just put that under scope and have a quick look at it. Which one that is. I think it's a, to take a quick look at it now because it's really hard to read it. Can I clean it? Sorry, I'll put it on the screen in a second. I'm just trying to read. Oh, well, they might not have been all that cheap about it because, you know, isn't that how we got a PlayStation? They did decide, they did try to do it. Or is that what you mean? That like they basically did such a poor job of working with Sony that Sony were like, you're too cheap, and then we're just going to build a PlayStation, which I guess is what happened. Let's look at this thing, datasheet. All right, this is a voltage reg as well. Terminal positive voltage regulator. All right. Okay, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. All right, so this one looks like it's a voltage regulator too. This is good though, because what it means is, excuse me. Yeah, all right. What it means is I can put the voltage regulators in together here in my little thing, and I'll put this voltage regulator, which, I mean, it could be completely borked, but we'll put it in the voltage regulator pile. But I'm definitely, at this point, I am going to have to go get transistors. So it's going to take me a few minutes. But what we'll do is, let's remove this, for it to have been worth to tune into the stream while I've been messing around here. Let's remove the voltage regulator that shouldn't be in here first, because there's literally no point even booting this up with a voltage regulator in the transistor spot. I don't even want to know what would happen there. Nothing good has probably happened since it was installed, and nothing good's going to happen if I continue to leave it installed. So let's just get it off the board, and it'll pop off in a minute. Okay, we're just going to switch the scope. All right, so again, we're just using a vacuum desoldering gun. And this last bit. All right, let's have a quick look. Sorry. That actually looks pretty good. That looks like it'll pop out. So then what I would do here then is, and let me just show you, I would usually now go underneath this and sort of do this and see if I can just kind of, yeah, this is just going to pop out. I can already tell. There we go. All right, so that's the end of that. And that's another voltage regulator. Let's just go back under the scope here. We'll just have a look at the lands, the pads for this. Yeah, they're perfect. So there was no damage done in removing that. And now what we'll do is we will brush this off with alcohol. and brush this off with alcohol, put in a new transistor, a real transistor, and then you know, we should be able to kind of go from there and see if we can boot this up. If this boots up with an actual transistor in the volt or an actual transistor in the transistor spot, then we're probably, you know, we're probably away, and then it's going to get down to CD repair. Um, now, okay, so give me a minute. I'll just put up the back soon because that's what it's for. Be right back because I probably have to go like literally go down the hill right now um, near my house and look for um, look for these things. So they're going to be somewhere. All right, literally like 5 minutes. 5 minutes back soon, folks. There we go. Oh, let me turn off the soldering iron. All right, back in a minute. Okay, well, something got delivered, but I'm actually not sure if it's what I need. So let's have a quick look. No, 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 no. It said it was delivered. So this all looks like Amazon stuff. They used to have a laser. That's good. Um, and two more lasers. Okay, so I got three lasers, but now I don't know where are my transistors? Okay, so they're not, my transistors did not arrive. So now give me 1 second, I gotta go find those. So I went down below. This will be a short stream if we can't find those. Yeah, so four new P-channel MOSFETs were delivered, and then delivered. Yeah, 1 sec. Okay. Delivered Thursday, September 18, 126 in recipient's safe drop location. Okay, 1 second, let me look at the cameras and see where it was dropped. At 126. Okay, clips. 126. Okay, I see someone. Where is safe drop location? Okay. Looks like they left it down there. But I didn't see it. Oh, that's a shame. So I have all the lasers now. No transistors. I don't even have spare transistors. These are all blown. These ones. So that's a voltage regulator, which we know that now. There's three. There's the four. Is it the four? Okay, I'm gonna have to go find this. And I don't know where I'm gonna find it now. Okay, give me a minute. Let me see. Can I see where this went? It's not in this. It's not in this. It's not in this. This is other mail. Those are two Amazon packages. So let me just go outside and see if they can put this in some weird place. Okay. Now I do need my torch. I have to go find my torch now. There it is. All right. Okay. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna have to find where where that package was left. Give me a minute. Hey! Oh boy. If I tell you where I found these, you'd never believe it. Yeah, so crazy. Huh. Um, there we go. 10 transistors. So basically, at the bottom of the road was a giant Amazon box. And then I was like looking all around. I'm like, I don't know where this thing is. I can't find it. You know? I'm like, okay, all right, forget about it then. It's just taken or someone took it. And I go, geez, it's hardly underneath this box, is it? And then I just like lift this really heavy box, and then right there and underneath it is my package. So somebody had obviously delivered the box after they delivered my transistors. All right. Classic Amazon. Classic Amazon. Okay, that's good. So now we have 10 transistors. I mean, I have so many transistors now, I'm going to have to buy more mega drives to be able to use them. That's the only problem now. Uh, huh. They look different. But the writing looks different. So are they fake? Well, you know what? Doesn't matter. We're going to have to try them anyway. So what we know is they can't be so fake that the emitter isn't here. So we're going to put the emitter over there, and then we're going to see if this works. All right, so let's have a quick look over here, see where the emitter goes. Where's my fuse? All right, so there's the emitter. Sorry. There's our emitter. And we know the emitter's on the right. So that's where this goes. Oops, sorry. There we go. All right, so we shall put that in there. And we'll do a little bit of testy westy. All right, let's get some juice on it. Get some fluxy wuxy. All right, okay. Lots of juice there. All right. Okay, we won't be spending long soldering here. We're going to solder, but yeah, we turned on the heat on that one. We are going to need a little bit of solder itself, though. Okay, so I'm going to solder here. All right, we're at temp. Houston, we're at temp. About to begin major soldering job. Breaker, come in. Doing space soldering job. Soldering in space. I bet you that will be hard. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what happened there. Oh, well, I know exactly what happened there. That was weird. So, yeah, that's not a temp. Sorry, I said that sometimes what I do is because I have a dual soldering station, one for the vacuum and one for the regular one. And so sometimes when I'm using one or the other, I'll turn down the other one to 0, just so it doesn't heat up unnecessarily when I'm using the other one. So that's what happened there. That's why none of the solder took. All right, that's a beautiful job. Just do this part here. All right. Okay, so let's let those cool down. All right. I'm going to cut all 3 legs off at once. Oh. I want to cut them all off at once, but I don't want them to fly all over the garage at once. The garage. Okay. All right. So this should be relatively straightforward to test then, right? You've got our little switch there. And we all know how to do this now at this stage. We've been through it. And this is a 3-pin CD connector jobby, which that CD player that I have that fits this kind of works. So we'll just see what we can do depending on how things look. But obviously, step 1 here is to get a Mega Drive on this thing. So step 1 is Mega Drive, or Genesis, as you would call it in the United States of America, in the US. Whoa. Okay, so let's get the Genesis plugger in, and then let's get our Genesis together. All right, so I guess step 1 here would just be, you've got to be careful because there is some metal here. I don't want to short anything out, so I'm just going to put down some plastic. All right, so step 1 here would be, do we get a red light here? If we get a red light here, then we've moved past the regular stage. So here I'm going to switch it on to see what happens. Do we have a blown LED? Yeah, okay. It does something, at least, I think, is how you could describe that. Definitely. Okay, let's just have a look at where's the LED pins? Okay. Let me just check across the LED pins and just see, is there, I mean, I got a lot of LEDs. So we could put a blue one in here, we could do all sorts of stuff. But yeah, let's just see if there's any power on the LED. And then we'll plug oh, interesting. That looks gunky, doesn't it? Oh! Oh, well, someone's been playing with this, haven't they? Sorry. Somebody has been playing with this. Now, it looks to me, let's just clean it up a bit. It looks to me like something's been recapped over. It looks like this might have been a recap, right? But if you look here, I think that cap may be connected. Maybe that recap may actually. Oh dear, there might have been a pad rip here too. So, I mean, we can fix that, but I think we know now why the LED's not coming on. There's something going on over here. And I think that this here has got something to do with it. Tasty. It's a tasty one. It's a tasty one, this one. And I put this in my top 10 tasties. Okay, so we don't have touch. That's all right. But I mean, it's not great. Let's just get it from another angle. Let's have a look. Yeah, so it's not the best. It's not the best. Now, just let me have a quick look and see. Okay, so okay. Now, let me just look at the other side though. I just want to just have a look at the other side of the board for a second just to see like what is going on there. Oh, interesting. Now that's interesting. Is this still on? It's not, It's quite hot. I think something might be shorted here. Yeah, so those caps might have been replaced. Hard to know. I do think something might be shorted on this board though. So let's just have a quick oof. Yeah, I haven't had that happen before. So this is something is drawing just even as we're talking. Here. That's quite hot, So I just want to see what happens here. Yeah, nothing. So I think now, let's just see. Could really do with my thermal right now. It could be the voltage regulator shorted. It's cooling down now, but as soon as I apply power to the board, and I mean just plug it in, which really shouldn't happen because it should get its power from it should get its power from when the Genesis is plugged in. So let's take a look at the board and just see what might be damaged or shorted because we know that maybe there was a recap done here, I think. So let's just have a quick look at the board before we plug it back in because I think that this board is going to operate until it warms up a little bit and then it's going to not work. Okay, so let's just have a quick look here. We're just going to go across. All right, TP ground. Some of these test points look like they might have been soldered to before, but I can't know that. All right, we know there's nothing wrong with the fuse, although by the looks of that, it's been replaced. Leak it to Q101 and to the Sega ASIC through some resistors. Okay. So I wonder, I mean, I should have tested it while we had it upside down, but let's just have a look because we definitely see some suspect shenanigans. And if you remember, we looked at this the other day. By the way, I should be replacing batteries while I'm doing this, but I'm not, And we can, we can make comments on that all day. But I'm not doing any major changes. I'm kind of only just fixing one thing at a time on these boards because I can come back to them at any time, you know. All right. Well, something's shorted. I'm almost certain. And we got to figure out what that is shorted. And I feel like it should be obvious if there's some, you know, if there's been some dodgy solder work or something, we should be able to see it. So just, you know, just look around, we inspect the board. This is how we found our missing piece of solder on the last one. Just solder just popped off the board, which I don't know if my there's support for a green LED too, but it's missing. Okay. I don't know if there's if my viewers if one of them is the buyer of it's the seller of the Mega Drive, but on one of the boards there was just a piece of solder that had popped off a resistor, and that's all that was wrong with it. But you had to inspect the whole board with a scope to detect that. What is that? That should be a diode. Diode 601? Why is that a wire? Oops. Yeah. Sony Japan underneath the CXD 1167. Give me 1 second, let me have a look at the moisture damage board. I don't think I have. But just 1 second, I want to see do I have an open. No. So that's a Sony. Sorry, I'm just checking to see if I have a board that would just help me. Oh, sorry, I don't think you've been watching what I've been looking at. Yeah, sorry. So there you go. What is this? That doesn't look like a diode, does it? Where is it? It's in front of CXD 167. Yeah. So there's what's in front of CXD. That's D601 there. So that's what's in front of that. And then this is what should be here. There you go. That's an actual diode. So I shall wager. Yeah, it's a Zener. Yeah, it's a Zener diode. So Now, that's going to be okay. So, a couple of options here. We know this one works, and the moisture damaged board does not. So, assuming that the circuits aren't all that different, I wonder we pull a Zener off the moisture damaged board and go from there. But like the effect, see, this is why it makes sense to just scan the board, right? So, I mean, there's no, yeah, this has ceased to be a diode. So let me just look underneath here. Is that where they were? Let me just have a quick look. I just want to see, is that where they were fiddling with? No, they were doing some other work there. I mean, this definitely looks sketch, you know. You can see it there. So we'll want to clean that up for sure. I just don't know if it's the problem. And we know it boots, right? I mean, maybe they jumped it to see if they could just get it to boot, but I think, you know, so you're saying that's a Zener? What is it? You think the diode part just obliterated into dust? Oh, you mean it was just a straight through, oh, I mean, mm, do you think? Uh, I don't know. Let me tell you what it looks like to me. It looks like to me like the diode blew, and then they snipped the diode off, and then they put the wire on. They just connected the wire in its place. That's what it looks like to me, because I think the Zener was sitting up off the board a little bit more. So let's just look. I see. I don't know now if I have a Zener that will fit that. Now I bought a load of these of Zener diodes for an amplifier I was fixing one time, but God knows where they are. So I mean, I don't think I'm going to find a Zener diode tonight that's not off of it. That's not off of. Yeah, it just looks very strange. Um, all right, so you are saying Mega CT. What was it called? D601. D601. All right. D601. Whoa. All right. Blah, blah, da, da, da. Tell you what I could really do with finding chat is a JVC drives, because I have three JVC drives that I need for a Mega CD2, which is you know, the JVC version of the drive. There is a part number in the Mega CD. It's either manual 1 or 2. There's a part number on it, but I don't know. It's gonna be tough. Um, okay, so D601. I'm just gonna go down and see if we find it. I know you found it for me. I just want to confirm it for myself. Oh, GMB01BT. So there's two different versions of the CD2. Well, it says they do, but but the version I have has a third disk drive, or several of the versions I have the ribbon disk drive. So there's this one which has the connectors on the side, And there's two different lasers, Samsung SoHot 4 and KSS210A laser that go into those. And there's just a whole different assembly with a ribbon that's a lot neater, to be honest, that I don't know where to find that drive. And I think it's got a JVC Optimus 6 laser. But that drive seems a little bit more unobtainium. There it is. Oh, okay, diode. GMB01BT. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, I should have just looked at your chat. You're always ahead of me. Okay, so was it GMB? Whoop, GMB. Well, no, I don't want to. I'm sorry, I don't want to get rid of this. GMB 01 dash BT. 5 pieces. Okay, what kind of? All right. Sanyo. High-speed switching diode. All right. You know what? What is it? What part of the circuit is it in? So, like, if you've just, you know, if you've just shorted this out, can I just like, no. Where's my selection tool? Okay. Allowable power dissipation, 250 milliwatt. Yeah, I mean, this is got, I don't have one of these. Peak reverse voltage 60, reverse voltage 55. Yeah, I mean, I have to buy this off eBay. So that is a shame. But it's good to know. So, by the way, I think, let me just look up. So what is it? Let me just look up. All right, let me just see what's going on with this thing. What we will. All right, let's see. Where did this frickin' thing go? Okay, what have you got there? Yes, this is very close. This is very close. So, chat, let me just show you what we're talking about here. This is definitely very close to Saturn drives. Let me show you something. So, what I was getting at was if you go back, my God, this Mega CD is just freaking huge. So, the Mega CD service manual, it calls out the part number for the JVC drive, which is what I think the JVC drive that's in the early Sega Model 2s is this drive. So it is down here. There it is. CD drive unit, JVC Elm 135. And I have looked up for JVC Elm 135. No. You're close. It looks, I mean, that one you sent. Yeah, well, it's for Saturn, but it's very close. Like, you're in the same model family. It almost looks identical. I have one right here. Like, look, what you sent and what this is very close. So it's very possible. Let me see if it even has a ribbon. Well, actually, it doesn't look like it. Well, maybe it has the ribbon, but it's not plugged in. Yeah, I think it does have the ribbon. It's just not plugged in. So very similar kind of a setup. Let me see. Can I bring in? Oh, yeah, that's game. Yeah, but that's for Saturn. So it's a JVC Elm is the one, and it's just unobtainium. Never seen one. Don't know where don't know where you get them. It could be just that they were manufactured specifically for the Mega Drive, the Sega CD. But it is entirely possible that 21-pin drive, if you put the 21-pin ribbon of this into it, it might just work. You know, I don't know. Never tried it. So let's just keep going for a second. Yes, there it is. JVC Elm assembly CD drive unit. There's the part number for it. But it's JVC ELM 135. And if you look at the one that you just sent there, it's JVC EXL P605, right? So there's like, it feels like that's like a JVC part number as well, like EXL instead of ELM, right? So you know, maybe there's something there. Let's go and take a look at the schematic and find out what that diode is for. So look, the diode is going to be there for making sure that reverse polarity doesn't happen, and also making sure that like it shunts power spikes and things like that. So you know, we can get away with it like that. And maybe the person was trying to test it like that, and that's kind of what happened. And they just left it and they didn't order a diode. But basically, with that diode as a shorted, sorry, I'm going back to the schematic. With that diode shorted, there's no protection for whatever is downstream of that now. So, so power spikes and things like that, you know, would not work. Now, of course, we're into the dirt poor schematic of this thing, which, you know, we're never going to find D601 on this thing. It's just so hard to read. Now, one of my viewers, Master, has got the high res version of this, which I didn't bookmark, and so that's my bad. But it's so, I mean, but look, I'll tell you where it's at. It's in the CD. It's in the CD circuit, like 100%. In fact, what's it? CXD 11670. CXD 11670. CXD 11670. You know, if I go back through my chats enough, I'll find that Mega CD high res one. But I'm pretty sure that this is protecting. It's protect. See, there's like a CXD something. Oh, you got it? See, there's my guy. All right. One second here. Why is it doing that? It's doing this Chrome extension thing, and it's opening it in like another window, and it's that's annoying. Right, so give me 1 second here. All right, but this thing, I think it's like 200 megabytes or so. It's so big that even though I'm in the garage, so the internet's not as fast as it should be. Oh, I guess it's already got it. Oh, sweet. All right, let me just. We're just going to bookmark this right now. All right. Boop, dee doop. De boop de doop de doop. Oh, 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 there we go. It should be right here. It should be in front of the 11.6. Oh, it's a 67Q. All right, so bop, 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 bop. It should be right here. It should be right here somewhere. Diode, diode, diode. What? There's D401, D601. Huh. Where's Waldo? Yeah. This is weird, isn't it? Where is Waldo? So this is protecting, the D401 is protecting this IC. Boopy doop. I mean, what is it across? Just 1 second, and we'll just take a look at it just on the scope, and we'll just see like what is it, because I think it's connected to one of these pins. Yeah, it is. Look. Or oh no, maybe it's not. It kind of sort of is, but it's not, right? So maybe that's why it's across something here, but it's not like connected directly to a particular pin. So let me just flip it upside down. All right. So, oh, there. Okay, let me just. Yeah, okay. So that's it there. That's what they did. And so it's kind of a little tricky to see where it goes off to, but it's going off over here somewhere. All right, so okay, so it's connected to something near this chip. We'll figure it out. Got to see what orientation is. So if the in the orientation, it will be here. I've never seen the PS1s. I've never tried to repair a PS1 actually, and that'll be the next thing. By 5 broken PS1s. All right. Yeah. Why are the PS1s? What's the deal with the PS1s? Are they hard to read, or they're just obnoxiously complicated? Oh, really? Just bad scans, or just what's the deal with them? I've never looked at one. Really bad scans. Now the thing is, you would imagine that those would be better, right? Because they're more modern. So I mean, PDFs existed when those things were built. So the fact that someone scanned it on paper, yeah. Anyway, all right. That's I guess All right, let me just scan up here a little bit. Oh, there it is. D601. Found it. Now that's interesting, right? So it is it's through a 1K resistor onto this rest pin of, oh, okay. So it's going to, okay, okay, okay. Okay, what is just give me 1 second and let's just see which pin, which controller is that? Yeah, well, that's RAM. Uh, what is that thing? Sorry. UPD75P. All right, we're just going to have to look it up. Oh my God. So just going to look it up here in a separate window just so I can leave that up there for a moment. Okay, so UPD75 P00 8 gigabytes. P00 8 GB. Blah blah blah, semiconductor, blah blah blah, Q of P44. I don't know what it is. All right, well it's an IC. Okay, so there's no data sheet for it because it's a. What does it do? Well, it does something to do with the CD, but it's an NEC. It's an NEC chip. So my guess is this one. Yeah, and that will be it because there's 11 pins on each one. So that's your QFP44 right there. Bum ba bum bum. So it's this chip. Okay, and then the reset pin on that chip is protected by the diode. Oh, here we go. Where do you find this shit? Okay. Oh, oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I was just trying to copy the link because when I do it, it opens in my default browser, which is not the browser that I'm streaming in, and then it just it's a mic. It was just a microcontroller, right? Whoa. Okay, that would make sense. I'm just trying to see. Right. Okay. Oh, mask ROM. Right. Oh, nice. It's got 512 nibbles. That's always good. I prefer 1024 nibbles myself. All right, there it is. Reset. Yeah, you're right. It's the reset pin. I mean, rest should have been obvious. Okay. So, blazing fast. Crazy. All right. Bum, ba, bum, bum. All right, whatever. Okay, so let's just check. Let me just check and read up a little bit about diodes here for a second. Um, okay. So I just want to just be careful before I plug it back in. So to see. Okay, and then we'll reconnect it and see. We'll put a CD-ROM on it and see what happens. But actually, the other thing was that we weren't really finished exploring this motherboard. Like we found this reset, this. I mean, that's certainly a problem that needs to be replaced. We will find one. Um, what's that? Snip it. I'm pretty sure if we snip it, we will have no possible operation of the CD-ROM drive. Um, all right. Okay. What am I thinking? I'm thinking that we are going to just retest this unit. But before we do that, we've looked enough of things now for a minute. I just want to just make sure that we're not missing anything else. So we're going to take another quick look at the board, um, and just make sure that I haven't missed any other disasters that are waiting to happen to me. Um, and if we haven't, then we can continue on, right? What is this? Is that another one? Oh my God. What? How many? Yeah, I'm starting to get worried now, chat. I'm starting to get worried now. This board has no diodes. This board has no diodes. Oh my God. What the hell am I gonna do? Uh, oh my God. I mean, I can see it. I can, like, it's just so obvious when I look from the top. I can see where these diodes just don't exist anymore. How many diodes blew on this board? And this thing still works. Um, so, you know, it's not surprising that the diodes on this board have been replaced with wires and the light emitting diode doesn't work. So, you know, we definitely have problems with this board. It's not, it has not been serviced correctly. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to go underneath it because, oh God, I really hate the look of that. I really do. It looks so dodgy. And you know what? I think that LED's been replaced because those legs haven't been snipped properly. Um, so that's a problem. All right, this whole area here has been messed with. What is this? This is Q101E, right? Don't move the laser sled while it's connected. Yeah, there's a lot of problems here. So let's just look. I'm just going to go just briefly, sorry, I'm just going to briefly kind of just scan the board a little bit, see if there's any other issues. Because the board, like I said, it's getting hot, right? And is particularly around the voltage regulator. I'm just trying to figure out, let me just twist this around again. I want to see what cap was replaced here. Oh, gosh. So that cap was replaced. They might have replaced multiple caps, but that's not a great job. And it's not clear to me that that pad hasn't been pulled either. Okay. This right here, this resistor, that resistor, that edge had fallen off on the previous one we fixed, and we just resoldered it. It's fine. Okay, let's just have a quick look. All right, so we're just going to just scan through, see if there's any. Look, you know, somebody's been in here, somebody's been messing with it. That's fine. We just need to figure out if they've really done anything crazy. We've seen a few bits and bobs that they've been working on, but we haven't seen it all. That there looks like another, that's the voltage regulator. So the voltage regulator, you can see there, you can always tell, right, when they've been, when it's OEM or not. So that's the original voltage regulator. There's been no snips. It's not been replaced. It's very obvious when someone's swapped it out, because you'll see what I did, which is I snipped the legs off, right? That's just flux. It's all good. Yeah, there you go. There's the one I replaced. You can see the legs have been snipped. Q310 is fine. Boots to BIOS, we know that much. So, you know, there probably isn't any major sort of obvious damage maybe to it, but it is definitely, you know, it's been messed with, and so just going over this and seeing if there's anything obvious is a good idea. What's this right here? I'm not even sure. Oh, it's the pin for the battery, the other side of the battery. Okay. Battery's not been touched. All right. Okay. Has that been clipped? Not sure. Looks like it was clipped. No. Just kind of look that way. That's fine. All right. So I think the main issue is over here. There's just been some fooling around in this area. You can kind of see there's been some, you know, there's some dried up flux that's not from the factory. I thought that this might have been shorted right here, but it's not. But you know what? I just don't like the look of it, and so what I might want to do is just clean that up with some, you know, with some flux and some whatnot, and then we might switch it back on. See, we might hook up a CD drive to it, just because the CD drive that I have connected to it is the CD drive that I would plan on connecting to it probably isn't a great one anyway. So if it does get a shunt of power, you don't think Q101? No, I don't think Q101 is supposed to look like that either. I don't think so at all. I think you're bang on there, chat. And Q101 is a bit of a mess. All right, so okay, so here's what we're going to do next. We're going to clean this up a little bit, and then what we'll do once we feel confident that this is cleaned up, we will boot it up. We'll connect the CD-ROM drive, and we'll just see, does this actually try, even attempt to load a game? And we might probe with the oscilloscope and see if there's problems um, with the eye pattern, if we even get that far. But honestly, I don't know if we'll even get that far. So wow. Yeah. My God. You think you used enough solder? You think you used enough solder here? Because I'm not sure. Uh, okay. So we're not going to be able to get a whole lot of joy there because basically it's this leg is the problem. So I'm just going to grab it there. All right. Okay. All right. So now we, yeah, that's all right. And let's just redo this leg as well. I'm not sure exactly what's going on there, but we're doing it live. And we're going to do that, and then let's just get this guy cleaned up a little bit. I mean, sorry, it's not really cleaning him up. I just wanted to get the gunk off him. He's just a test point. Okay. So now let's let's get Q101 to sit down. Um, oh, oh, look at this. Is that ripped? Okay, so that, let's just have a look. It would seem, did we rip a pad? Has that pad been ripped? Is that part of the problem here? Um, oh, was that trying to ground it? Was that what he was doing? Did he try to draw that blob over to ground that pin because they lifted the pad? Um, yeah, I think, yeah, I think we have an issue here. So let me just have a look at this again. Yeah, is that, what is going on here? Yeah, okay. So it looks to me, sorry, I'm just going to just take a quick, oh yeah. Oh, this is not good at all. So this, oh yeah, look at there. So we've got, so now we've got to figure out what his deal is. Okay, now I kind of see why he did it. Yeah, I don't know what that's supposed to be connected to. All right, so this is a pretty big issue. Let's see, what is Q101 for? I wonder, is it a voltage regulator for the diode or for the LED? It's for the LED? Haha. Okay. Oh, well, you're sure about that? Well, I guess that's that mystery solved then, isn't it? Looks pretty looks pretty hosed up. All right, so we'll have to. So that's okay, right? Where was that pad going though? That's the question. Yeah, so was he trying to bridge that to ground? Is that what he's trying to do? But in shorting that, I mean, that's a whole other problem, right? So, what is Q101? I'm guessing it's some sort of buck, like buck transistor or buck sense to the red LED. Okay, so Q101. Yeah. Okay, so that is like. Okay, let's just find out. Okay, we're going to just have to figure out what Q. I just want to see what Q101 is, right? So give me 1 second. We might as well, because we have it out, because otherwise if I put this back in and then I'm like, I'm going to have to go at this again and figure out what Q101 is. So we have the schematic out now. We have the big schematic out. We can figure out what Q101 is doing. So you were saying it's connected to the LED. Whereabouts on the schematic did you see it? Oh, you found the part? Of course you found the part. Of course you found the part. So I'm just copying your thing here. It's up top. Okay. Oh, it's right here, is it? What am I missing? Am I on it? Oh, I see it. Yeah, yeah, thank you. Q101. All right, so it's a little transistor. And you're seeing there, and it's coming out of this pin. Okay, yeah, 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 yeah. All right, so that's why we have no LED. So good call, good find. Okay, but all right, so the transistor, the base is what is lifted. The base is lifted, the collector is disconnected, and the base is lifted, the emitter is disconnected, and the collector is God knows what. So I think that will be the end of that. So no base and no emitter. Plus, it could be blown. So let's go back. Dang, wrong one. Okay. All right, let's see. It's going to be really hard to actually even jump it because if we look here, right, it's connected to R102. So the collector, the collector is connected to the pin. So that looks like it's still connected. This one's connected to R102, and then the other one's going to, well, actually, the other one's going straight to the LED. Oh, LD101. But that's LD, that is the LED, yeah, that's straight to the LED. So, yeah, so probably, let me swap back. Let me just do it. All right. Okay, so the base is going to the chip. So base to chip, so let's just remember that BC. The emitter is going to R102. The emitter is going to R102, and the collector is going to the LED. So the only thing that's actually still connected is the... No? What do you mean that? Base is ground, collectors from the ASIC emitter. Are you sure about that though? With the orientation here, look. This should be the what are you saying? Base is ground. Collectors from the ASIC, emitters to the LED. No. Well, I'm just looking at the. No, I think you might be right. It's just whenever I read these little schematics, the part that's sticking out this way, like the straight line out at the front, is usually the base. And so that's why I was like, oh, I think the base is connected to the chip. And then this is the emitter, and then this is the collector. Because in the, in the other transistor we had, the collector fed the voltage regulator. So the collector went out, and then it went out to the voltage reg. So I was thinking that this one here, the collector is out to the LED. We can look it up. We can look up the sign, but I think that's what's happening. So if I assume that, right? If I assume this is let's just assume this is the base for a minute, right? So assume this is the base, right? Then that would mean that's not connected to the ASIC anymore, right? If I'm, yeah, that's definitely not connected to the, I don't know what it's connected to, but it would have to be jumped back to the ASIC. Then the collector is connected to the LED because it's on the pad. We can see it's on the pad. And then the emitter is no longer connected to anything, and that should be going to R102. And R102, there's R101. Where's R102? Probably up here somewhere. Sorry. Let me just go. Boop. Let's just go to the scope. Right? So, oh, sorry. There's R101. Right? So R101. I actually don't know where R102 is. Freaking lost that one. Lost that one a while ago. All right, let's see how we look here. Probably be easier if I turned it the way that it actually was facing to read, but it's just hard to do that with the microscope orientation the way it is. All right, but it would be much faster to find it this way. All right, so R101. Whoops, sorry. R101. Where the freaking hell is R102? I mean, just making a wild guess that it's close to it over here. But I don't see it. That's weird. So yeah, R102 is I don't know where it is. Okay. So yeah. So anyway, we will have to find it if we want to jump it. But it looks like this no longer has a pad. So I don't even know where this thing is going anymore. Um, let me get a little pick here. Right? So all right. So this thing is like literally no longer connected to anything here. Like there's nothing. Look at this. All right, so that's going nowhere. Now, if that's the base, just give me 1 second here. Is this what freaks me out? I don't know. Let me have a look here. Yeah, so this will have to be jumped. The base will have to be jumped to the ASIC. I mean, I think I need a new one anyway because the leg is busted off of it. And there's only a very slight chance of reattaching. You know, it looks like maybe both because I was able to lift it all the way up there, right? So, oh no, one leg of it might be okay. Okay, so let's just. Yeah, let me just put some pressure on it for a second. Okay, let's just put some pressure on it for a minute. All right, let's just see. I think one of the things we're going to have to do here is to try and get the try and get this back part of the emitter connected. It's going to be tricky. Yeah, so that's going to be really difficult. So we might have to just do without the LED. I think we're going to have to come back to this one and repair it. So let's take this off. Because we barely have a pad left there. Okay. And then let's just bring this guy under the scope. That's going to take the diode and put it under the scope for a minute. pretty sick looking diode. Sorry, let me just put the light on it. Okay, so you see there we lifted the entire copper pad. And the trace underneath as well. So that's a shame. So where was that pad landing and where was it going? The front leg is okay. And then we just have this pad, which I'm just going to put that off over there. So it was obviously going off to, let's have a quick look. Okay, actually, let's go a little closer. Okay, I'm just going to bring up the lights a little bit here. Okay, I'm just going to go closer to the board here. All right, so you can see what it was doing. See where it was trying to go? All right, so that whole pad just got ripped up, and we would have to scrape that back. It's also partially ripped up here too. So we would have to scrape that back. I mean, that's actually not too difficult a job. So we can do that. That's no problem. I wouldn't do it right now though, but we can definitely do it. So for now though, this diode is, yeah, outer pad got partially torn off too. So for now though, this guy is toast, and we'll just go and there's the part, and you can see it just got ripped off. And then the other side of it, you can see, you should be able to see that there's just the leg of it is broken off. Yeah, so there's a leg. And sometimes if you grind that back, you might be able to solder onto it. So if this was an extremely rare part or important part, that's probably what we do. But nope, we're just going to put it over there. All right, so now we've done a little bit of diag, and we know to some degree kind of what's going on. So now let's plug back in the Genesis with the bad transistor removed. All right. And now we're going to go back to the overhead. I want to put back in this. Now I'm going to feel here. Not that much going on. Okay, now this is warming up. Just leave it for a minute. I'm just going to close the circuit for a second. Yeah, so here's the thing, right? You see here, this is cool now. So it's not getting really hot like it was before. So removing that component has sort of like, I think, removed the short, you know? Okay. All right, so let's switch this off. And now let's just do just a little test for fun. All right, so this this drive I would say is questionable. But let's just see. Right. I would put this drive in the questionable bucket. Okay. But for now, sorry, and we gotta kind of put this guy in here. All right. So I would say this goes into the questionable bucket in terms of, you know, sketchiness and where did I put? Just give me 1 second. Where's the power ball? Oh, it's here. All right, so okay, sorry, I'm gonna have to take off the Genesis for a second. Trying to figure out how to plug this in. All right, there we go. All right, now plugging this in. Oh, I see. It's just because I had the. All right, so now we're going to plug in this. Close it up. Come on, close up. Close up. There we go. All right, and then we're going to go here. And then we're going to go and put this here. Now, remember, this is kind of a sketchy drive. This drive, I'm pretty sure. This drive has some issues. I'm confident. So let's see. Let's see if it'll read a disk. Let's see. Oh, this is missing one of the tabs. Okay, whatever. I mean, look. You can't have everything. All right. Yeah. Huh. Now I don't have anything. Why is that? And of course, I can't see the thing. Now, you can see the laser. Okay. Why is this not working now? Now what have I done? So we've gone from bias working. Oh, no, it is definitely okay. Let's just for a moment. Let's just plug out the thing because it could be a short. Just because the board is touching some metal. So just give me a second and see. Yeah, okay. And now let's just remove. Oh yeah, the board is getting hot again. Oh, I've heard about this. I've heard about these issues. Yeah, okay. So there's something at the bottom of the board that's shorting it out. So that's why it's doing that. So we will need to just, yeah, it's getting cooler now. Okay, so give me 1 second and we'll sort this out. I mean, the easiest way to do it is to use what I use for the microscope. All right, so we'll just do it this way. Yeah, so that's a bit of a pain, the way it works. Didn't see the laser come on though, but I think, you know, like I said, I have three new lasers which just arrived from Amazon, so we can sort those out later. Okay, now let's see. All right, close the CD tour. Be happy to. Let's just try a game first. Now, let me put it this way: if it plays Ground Zero Texas, it'll play anything. So, believe me. Yeah, I did. Yeah. What did I do? Oh, I see it. Yeah, it's touching. It's touching. Oh my God. Yeah, it's touching so much metal. It's touching too much metal. Okay. All right. What are we going to do here? Give me a second. Uh, Now, you definitely can't touch this metal. Oh dear. What's going on? Why is it so strange? I feel like that could be to do with the maybe the diode side of things. I don't know. But sometimes when you plug it in here, it just starts getting really hot like right away. Yeah. It's just what is shorting here? Something's shorting maybe. Okay, the wait until it cools down. Yeah, I've definitely bumped it. But that's a shame now because I kind of had it on a, yeah, it's getting quite hot there. Hope I didn't destroy it. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. So, not a whole lot of action. Not a whole lot of action there, huh? It's getting quite hot. Let's see music CD. I wonder is it the motor? What's going on? Yeah, could be. Let's just have a look at the laser. Let's just see if the laser. Yeah, laser looks great. See what we'll try. Time is that? 10:13. Okay, do a little bit. Where's TPRF? TPRF is right there. Okay. Yeah, it definitely will be a good time to order those cap kits for sure. My God, that's so hot. Where's my my makeshift switch? I mean, its good news is that like it does kind of semi work, right? It's just semi work isn't really what we're aiming for. And we did get the unit working, but there's definitely a problem with this drive. Let's come back up a little bit. Let's just let me. Might need to just trace. There should be power going here. Let me just get my my meter. Let's just have a look and just test the right. Let's just probe some of these pins here. Yeah, none of those voltages look good. Like literally none of them. Hang on a minute. Maybe I'm on the wrong ground here or something. Maybe I screwed it up. Home LASIK, yeah. No, I didn't look into it, but wait, naked laser is probably not good. I do get headaches nowadays. Maybe that's the reason. Okay. 0.5 volts. What's this? 2.5 volts. What's this? 2.5. Okay, that's actually good. Yeah, it was a bad ground, so 5 volts. 2.5. 2.5. Now let me just Okay, now, I don't know if let me see. I'm going to just take a look here. I don't have the camera set up to show the scope, but I just want to take a look at the eye pattern for 1 second. And if the eye pattern's interesting, we may do some other stuff. So I'm just going to I'm just going to put the let me just see what the eye pattern looks like. So that's TPRF right there. Okay, am I not plugged into it there? This is the blue lead, so something's going wrong. Oh, because it's not grounded to the board. Okay, so I need to clip here. I'm still not getting anything. Just give me a second. I just don't seem to be properly grounded here. Either that or this thing is not scaled. What's going on? Oh, there we go. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't scaled properly. I just want to see what the eye pattern looks like, and if it's... Okay. For the eye pattern just seems very low. Okay, so let me just... 1.1 volt. I wonder, is it a weak laser? Oh my, yeah, wow. Okay, so just let me try it again. Be 60 millivolts. Now, to be fair, the laser looked quite to be fair, the laser did look quite powerful in the dark there, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. So, I think what we're going to do, we're now just going to. Right, so VR101 is the pot. Let me just check the. I just want to just see what we're changing here. One second. I'm just looking at the Mega CD manual for a second. I want to see the CD troubleshooting steps. It's down here somewhere. There you go. Okay, so VR TP clock frequency. No play possible. Okay. It does look like this is more of a laser amplitude problem, to be honest. I'm going to try that first, okay? Because I have another laser that we can fit here if this doesn't improve. All right, so let's just turn it up just a little bit. What can you see on your end? Yeah, you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm just going in here, moving this wire aside, and now I'm just going to get in here. Oh, it's already maxed out. Interesting. Okay. So that tells me something. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the end of that laser. I mean, we can take out one of the ones we just bought and see if that'll help. I just turned it down. Okay, so that was, I turned down the laser and now basically you don't have anything. Let's just let's just see if it's even. Like, what does it do? Yeah, it's hunting, but or it's trying to focus, but it's now it's too low to even. Okay, so let's just turn it back a little bit from the max. And just see if it's just over, you know, but if it's cooked, then it's cooked, and there's not much we can do. Yeah. try start it up again. What's that? Oh, Graphics, you will get her done. I hope so. Somebody said something there, and I wonder is that on my multi-stream maybe. Sometimes I don't see that. Yeah, maybe I didn't see that on the multi-stream chat. Yeah, I'll get her done. I'll get her done. I have a new laser there. We could try putting. We try putting in a new laser. Who wants to put in a new laser? Why don't we try putting in a new laser? Might as well. Yeah. All right, 1 second. 1 second. All right, sorry folks, we're back. Now, unfortunately, I did lose my oh, unfortunately, I did lose my game capture. So, unfortunately, I added my scope cam here. So I got my oscilloscope cam, but I've lost my lost the other thing. So give me a minute. I just gotta. I'm sorry. I just gotta restart the stream. I think. I will try to just change the stream to like. Let me change it to test and see if that'll work. Right. So I'm gonna change it to test. Now I've lost everything, I think. That looks like I've lost my overhead. All right. Yeah. Now, oh, no, this is, oh, no, that's back. But now I don't have my, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to lose the scope, I think. All right. Oh, great. And I just, oh my God. Oh, you don't even want to know what's happening here. It's just, there's just things dropping inside coffee mugs and it's just a total mess. My God, this is terrible. All right. Well, I don't have a webcam anymore, so don't need that. Let me just see about the game. All right, let me see if I can just switch it back. Right, let me go back to test again. All right, let's see what happens. It'd be great if this actually does work. Let's see. See if the overhead comes back first. Or just nothing comes back, which could also be an option. Because if nothing comes back, I'm going to have to restart. Sorry. Yeah. All right, so now I have no overhead. Okay, let's go with main. Let's see what that does. Oh, look, it's replaying. Oh, I see the graphics X. It's replaying all of their messages from you when I switch the channel. All right, let me go back to Drive, which is my other template, and let's see what happens. All right, I might have to restart the stream though, and then we'll change the laser, and then we'll be done for the night. Okay. So sorry about that. I will restart the stream. It won't take long, but I think I've lost all my USB devices now, so that's why it's literally nothing happening. Okay, let me restart the stream. Well, it's funny because I still have my mic, which is also a USB, but it's just there's just I don't know too much power for the thing or what I don't know what's going on. Anyway, it doesn't look like it's liking. Let me just try and get. Let me see what I can do. Right, let me restart the stream, folks. I'm really sorry. I know I have like a few viewers now, and it's it sucks, but